Bingo.
Just doing some good personal development. That's all. Okay.
Do you want some coffee?
Hey guys, we're live right now. Welcome to the John and Tiffany Malott Team Vision Cast. I'm not your speaker tonight, but
You're the speaker. I'm the host.
I am your speaker. I'm not your host
reversing.
tonight. Yeah,
I'm the host. So look here. I'll take over now. Welcome everybody. Good evening. Good afternoon. Wherever that you're calling in from, all over the country, all over the world. Actually, honestly, we are just excited everywhere that we're at. Thank you, Casey Call. And I must say, look, welcome. We're excited. I stay excited. That's just where I'm at all the time. And seriously, though, these are exciting times. So we just came out of our peak leadership summit convention, and it was just life-changing. Really epic. I mean, seriously, words can't even express what we experienced, the information that was given at this event. I know people that just came out of there and they're so focused going into the 90-day run. And we all know and look, you all are the ones that are showing up. We know that 90% of your success is in just showing up. And so we applaud you for showing up. And so if you're on this call tonight, more than likely you were on the call say a night ago, or actually on Sunday night. And so we're excited about that too, because all of you've already heard all the announcements. You know what's going on. I'm sorry, I got my secret sunshades on. You see them there? Yeah. So look, you're excited about it. You've already heard all of the things that were delivered, unveiled for you to actually aid you and just to drive you over the next 90 days. And so for those of you that came to peak, we salute you. But still, though, we know that motivation is basically temporary. Drive is permanent. And so we want you to stay and drive. We want you to put your foot down on the pedal and just go all the way over these next 90 days. And so we're excited to be a part of this, to be asked by John and Tiffany Malott to just host this call on tonight. And so on tonight, I'm just a host. Of course, I'll go over some of the information, but seriously, guys, I'm going to turn it over to basically one of the wonders of this world, one of the wonders of this company. This is the gentleman that basically came in and seriously, he broke every record. Just came in and just took this entire opportunity by storm. No matter what the adversity, what the setbacks is, we know every setback is a setup for a comeback. And so Josh Wyles is the man that basically came in and showed us that it can be done. He's the Roger Bannister of this company. And so I'm excited to have him on this call tonight. And so for everybody on the line, just some of the logistical things. Yes, we're on a 90-day run to ignite Operation 90. And so we gave everybody 2 missions. And so the first one is the mission sponsor. And so we know what that is, to go out and to sponsor 5 brand new agents, but then there's the mission rank advance. And so we want you to take advantage of that. But actually within the mission sponsor, there's actually 2 elements. You can sponsor 5, but then there's the sponsor 20. And honestly, look, with the Apple Watch, it's one thing to go buy it. It's another thing to have secret to give it to you on the stage at convention. And so I want mine. I'm telling you, look, I could have gone to buy one, but why? Why not do it this way? I didn't even know they were going to do this, but I'm telling you, look, I'm excited about an Apple Watch right now. And so I'm going to encourage you to do what you got to do to take advantage of that. Sponsor 5, of course, but don't stop there. Don't make the company's minimums your maximums. And I would encourage you to go for 20. But then on top of that, of course, the rank advancement, guys, look, there's so much on the table. And of course, some of you are on this call and you don't do it for the money, but still, look, it takes some money to fund a ministry. It takes some money to send your children to college. It takes money to do some things. And so I'm going to encourage you guys with this additional, with double and triple the amount of rank advancement bonuses on the table. Why not take advantage of them? So I'm going to encourage you to do that. With all of that said, I can come and touch on some of that at the end, because I want to get this gentleman, while he's here, turn it over to him so he can just kind of lay out the system and the plan. Because as you know, Look, I have all the passion and I stay excited, but this gentleman, he's strategic. He can lay out the plan, the systematic approach for what you need to do to get it done. And so I'm going to turn it over to the one and only, the record breaker, Mr. Josh Wyles. Sir,
Wow.
I'm turning it over to you.
Jermaine, first off, guys, it's an honor. It's an honor to be able to share on this call. It's an honor to be able to share on this vision cast that you guys do on a weekly basis for our crown. In what just happened? There we are. What just happened? Oh, we just froze.
Freeze frame. Freeze.
But no, it's an honor to be here with you too, my brother.
Yeah,
I mean, man. I remember connecting with you. It was right after the Phoenix conference. Just what was it? Has it been 2 years?
Over, yes.
It's like 2 years ago. Yeah, right after that conference, we got a chance to chill in Mexico together.
Yes, sir.
And man, I just, for those of you guys who don't know my story, I know there's a lot of new faces. I know there's a lot of new blood, because right now the entire company is running really, really hard for the 2 missions that we just launched at Peak. Matter of fact, I'm so happy that my man Jermaine here brought his leadership book that we got from Peak. For those of you who did not, for whatever reason, maybe, I know a lot of people got started, obviously because they weren't executives yet. Now, I also know there's some studs on the line right now who signed up on Thursday, went ahead and got their pro pack on the left and their pro pack on the right, qualified executive, booked that last minute flight, and showed up at Peak. And the ones that did, we got this leadership book. This thing is absolutely amazing. It features all of the speakers. You got, and I mean, it even smells good. That's if you smell it. It even smells good. It's got, I mean, you've got the Operation 90 to Ignite. And just so you guys know, it's not that this is not a recap, because you guys have the Operation 90 to Ignite video that Jesse McPherson had in the back office. I was absolutely blown away on Sunday night. It was me and like 12 of us under a cabana at the resort here in Phoenix by the pool on our iPhones watching the vision cast where Tiffany Malott absolutely slayed it. So there's no reason for me to just beat a dead horse and tell you guys all the announcements. They're already in the back office. But what I will tell you is how to guarantee, how to make sure, hands down, no matter what, every single person right now qualifies for Mission 5, qualifies for Mission Sponsor 5. And I know it's like I said the other day, there's going to be some people on the line right now. There's some crazies out there. I remember when I first got started and it was crazy, man. I mean, we had no money, $1.75 in our bank account to our name. You saw the screenshots. I mean, some of you guys have seen the pictures. We sold the TV on our wall to be able to get into this opportunity and make this thing happen. And it's changed our life. And I know that might sound crazy, but I know there's some crazies on the line right now that are like, wait, don't even talk about 5. I'm going for 20 because I want an Apple Watch, right? And I'm with you. I'm with Josh, I'm going for 40. I'm hoping that if I get at least 40, I get 2 Apple Watches, because I want to be able to rock my executive watch on the left and my Apple Watch on the right.
I got you, Mona, too.
Yeah, that's it, too. That's it.
Heather, we got you.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
So the thing is, now, know that every single person on the line right now watching and viewing this, you can get 5. Everybody can get 5. And the action, here's my mentor said in the very beginning, Jermaine, he said the action steps are easy. It's the effort that's hard. The good news in secret is right now, with where we are positioned in front of the largest, we are preparing right now for the largest transfer of wealth that the consumer-based economic, economy globally, the consumer-based economy globally has ever experienced. Do you guys understand that skincare is on the brink of going from 200 billion to 400 billion in the next 18 to 24 months? 200 billion to 400 billion in the next 18 to 24 months.
It's called a transfer.
It's a transfer of wealth. That is what we have the opportunity. The activity, like my mentor said, the activity is easy. It's the effort that's hard. So what everybody right now has to do is make a non-negotiable decision, a true decision. And my mentor said that the word decision is two parts, right? Two parts. D, which means from, and then scission, to cut. It's a Latin word, decision, to cut. You cut out all other options. This isn't, oh, I'm gonna go try to get my 5. I hope I get my 5. No, this is, I'm gonna get my 5. I'm gonna get my 5 no matter what. I'm gonna get my 5. And for those of you, I love what you said. Don't make the minimums your maximum. Don't make the minimums your maximum, because next thing you know, there's that lid. And if you always are making the minimums your maximum, you'll never outgrow that lid. And then you end up like where I was on the path of, I tell people I was a police officer for almost 5 years, but the truth is I was only a cop for 1 year. I just repeated that same year over and over and over. Why? Because I made my minimums my maximum. And this environment, this beautiful environment of growth, the leadership that we have right now, I mean, Jermaine and Mona Johnson, you got a John and Tiffany Malott, we got Jeremy Worrell, we got Ben and Lauren Bradshaw, we got Jesse and Patty McPherson. I could go on and on and on. We got Josh Denny, we got Tim Herr. I could go on and on. At the end of the day, this environment is designed to help each and every one of you guys grow your maximum. We're going to help you raise your maximum. But if you're on the line right now and you're thinking, I hope I can get 5, well, then I'm here to speak truth into your life and tell you that you can do more. My mentor said that if you want to do more, you got to become more. And that's what this is for. And I'm looking at, as I'm watching right now, Jermaine, we figured out there's the viewers right now on this call. You guys are showing up. There are people showing up right now. It's like look, it just jumped again by 2. It just went up by 2 again. Guys, right now, you're showing up. And like you said, that's 90% of winning the battle is obviously showing up. But I think the next step is to make sure we take that effort. We take all out massive action. And the action steps, like I said, they're easy. It's the S4S. Think about it. You guys realize right there in your blueprint manual, you have the S4S. The S4S says 2 parties a week with at least 3 guests at each party for 4 weeks straight. That's you exposing the opportunity. You're exposing these amazing products, this community, this environment of growth. It's made me a better man. I know we talked and had a lot of good times together. I know it's done wonders for your life, and I know I see what it's done for the other leaders to get a chance to watch them grow. It's the environment. Why would we not want to share it? Why would we not? And guys, every single person on the line, you can just go out there and do the S4S, 2 wild parties a week, at least 3 guests at each party. You got to make your top 25 list. I know some of you guys are like, top 25. Forget that. I'm looking at the back of my my leadership Bible right here, the Peak Training Leadership Bible, and there's a space for a new one. There's a space for 158. There's a space for almost 200 names in the back of this bad boy. I mean, I'm going to fill mine up, and I know some people on the line right now are like, hey, 25 names, that's nothing. I know that's nothing, but guess what? It's a start. And my mentor said you don't have to be great to start, but you got to start to be great. And the truth of the matter is there's not a reason why every single person on the line right now can at least go out there and do the S4S, can at least go out there and just plug into the system and make it happen. I know some of you guys right now are like, well, it's been a while since I had a wow party. That's great. That's a story. Hey, I didn't qualify executive. I missed an important training. I missed an important trip, but the leadership has stepped up. The leadership has gotten the announcements out there. The leadership has done the videos. Tiffany slayed it the other night, man, laid it down. I can't wait till the recording of that is released so I can promote. I already started promoting it on my Facebook, just the recording, because of the information that she shared with you guys. The leadership is stepping up, and all we're asking, all we're trying to communicate with you guys, and we're not going to do anything that we're not going to ask you to do anything that we won't already do. It's funny, I had the opportunity to go to dinner last night, and there was a few of us around the table. John was there, and Jesse and Patty were there, and the waiter came, and we were all getting ready to order, and I looked over at Jesse. I said, hey, are you ordering a drink? And Jesse McPherson said, no, I didn't get my 5 yet. And I was like, wow, like the leadership is really stepping up. And I remember looking in the back office today, and I got my 1. I don't have my 5 yet, but we're all committed to getting our 5 this first week, because here's the thing. If we get 5 this first week, That's 5 new people that we can go out there and help get 5 over the next 3 weeks. Help them get superstar, help them get 5 over the next 3 weeks. And the key, guys, the key is just mastering the mundane, keeping it simple. Simplicity is what duplicates. I love what John has done with the texting system. That's all I'm training my team on. Hey, watch this 4-minute video. What did you like? Did you watch it? What did you like best? Are you open to receiving more info? And then, great, I knew you would be. Send them the 12-minute video. Keeping it simple is the only thing, guys, that's going to duplicate 30 levels deep when your team branches off into another country that you haven't been to yet. That's the key. And I see it so many times. I mean, how many times have you seen start stoppers? And I'm not saying start stoppers in the sense of I'm going to go and do it and then wait a second, I'm going to stop. I'm saying start stoppers in the sense of momentum. Gain a little momentum, lose a little momentum. Gain a little momentum, lose a little momentum. And it's because a lot of times what happens is our egos get in the way and we want to do things differently. Our egos get in the way and we think we're too big to go to a wow party. We think we're too, we think we're too strong to hold that flip chart. We think, and the key is keeping it simple, guys. John and Tiffany Malott did not earn over $2 million last year by not keeping it simple. You're telling me these guys, you're talking about a Josh Denny who, you guys know the story, 4.5 years ago, was getting evicted. He was homeless. And last year, $1.2 million. It's because he keeps it simple. Everything that I teach my team is exactly what we all got to hear at peak. And the good news is every single person right now on the line that went to peak, on the line that didn't go to peak, at the end of the day, you're going to qualify for the next peak trip for sure. You're going to be at the next leadership summit because we're going to master the mundane and we're going to go out there. We're going to follow the S4S system and we're going to get it. We're going to get our 5 because 5 is what leads to 10, right? Here's how you get 20. Here's the deal. Here's how you get 20. Go get 5 and then do exactly what you did to get 5. Do that again. And that's 10. Do exactly what you did to get 5 again. Do that again. That's 15. I know some of you guys are like, hey, I can count. Think about it. Do exactly what you did the 4th time. And that's your 20. And then you're going to be rocking an Apple Watch. The key, guys, is success loves speed. Why do you think that we're like I have anxiety right now that I don't even have my 5. I'm ready to go chew the bark off a redwood tree right now because I don't even have my 5. All I have is my 1 yet. I got to make sure I get my 5 this week because I've only got 11 weeks after that to go and get another, 5. I only have, if I do that next week, I've only got another 10 weeks to go to another 5. I want 2 Apple Watches. I'm trying to get 40, bro, So it's another reason, guys, that we need we need every single person to take this so seriously and make that non-negotiable decision to go out there and lead by example. Because if you lead by example, you can judge by results. That's the key. So we got to lead by example. We got to make sure we're non-negotiable. We're going to get our 5 this week. And what I'm doing? I'm not calling people on my team. I am not calling people in my team and saying, hey, did you get your 5? Hey, did you get your, I'm not. Leadership Summit at Peak. I'm going to give you a sneak peek of something that I learned that you guys will have the chance to look forward to digging deeper into the next time when you do qualify or the next time when you do get a chance to come out and experience this amazing community on another level. Leaders, speaking to leaders, Jess McPherson, Patty McPherson, they said, hey, don't call your team. If you're calling your team, you're missing the point. Don't call your team and ask them to. It's not about holding your team accountable by calling them and cracking the whip and strapping a saddle to their back and riding them to the wild blue yonder of success. That doesn't happen. We have to lead by example. If I'm even talking to somebody on my team, it's not like I'm not even calling people on my team until I get my 5. But once I get my 5, I'm going to call the people on my team and say, hey, I just want to hold myself accountable. I just got my 5. I'm shooting for this many. My goal is to have it by so-and-so day. Just checking to see where you are. Just checking to see where you are. How can I serve you? Not, hey, did you get your 5 yet? Hey, I got 1 today. Did you get 1 today? No, it's not about that. Because if we rely on the backs of other people, we're building a house of cards for sure. If all we do is just go out there and hey, I got my 2, I got my 3, I got my 5. Now I need to go and call these guys and see what they're up to. No, you're building a house of cards. It's got to be consistent, taking it seriously. You. It's funny, bro. I think we were talking about this the other day. My mentor told me a story, and he said that he was talking to some of his leaders, and they were complaining, and their checks, it was in another company. Their checks were down. People weren't rank advancing. Things weren't moving in the right direction, and everybody wanted to blame. Everybody wanted to blame the company. Everybody wanted to blame the leadership. Everybody wanted to blame the timing. Everybody wanted to blame this, right? My mentor, what he did was he went out and he bought, there was 12 of them. He had a little leadership meeting at a little breakout. He went out and he bought 12 8x11 mirrors. Little 12, like big 8x11 mirrors. And he goes to his leadership, to his little circle, his breakout session. He gets up there and he says, I have discovered the ancient scrolls. These are ancient scrolls. They dug them up out of the tombs of some special caravan over in the Middle East. These scrolls, it's the answer. First off, it is the problem and the solution to every single problem.
That's good.
It's not only every single one of your problems, but it's the solution to every single one of your problems. And it was these mirrors, and he had all of his guys close their eyes, and he passed these mirrors out, and he had them framed, and they could feel the frame, and he said, open your eyes. They opened their eyes and they saw the mirror. Guess what they saw? Themselves. We got to hold ourselves accountable. I'm actually about to wrap up because we've been going for almost 30 minutes, and that's 30 minutes of time that I could be right now sending out more text messages. I don't have my 5 yet. That's the thing. I only got 1 right now. I don't have my 5 yet. I know we're all running for 5 because it takes 5 to get to 20. So with that, guys, I mean, at the end of the day, what we have here with Secret is so special. I mean, we have a proven product line that started outside of the network. It started outside of the relationship model, the relationship marketing model. Let me get some of that bug spray. I'm getting eat up with mosquitoes out here, and you guys are getting me too fired up. It's just my feet. Yeah, I'm sweating, bro. I'm like dripping. I lost my train of thought too. We're having way too much fun. What we have here at Secret is so special to have a proven product line that started outside of the relationship marketing model. Most companies' products, they start in the relationship marketing model, and you're lucky if you're blessed, extremely blessed, if you can even really get it out of the relationship marketing model and into the customer's hands. Most companies don't build a real customer base. I'm telling you guys, this is like just straight me to you. I'm talking to you the way I talk to me. Most companies don't. We have a product line that started outside of the relationship marketing model with just a customer base to the tune of over $1 billion in sales for the last decade. Now we can share those same products for less, and we get paid to do it. We've got the love child of Mother Teresa and Gandhi at the head of this, at the forefront of this thing, Mr. Isaac Ben Shabbat. We've got some of the most dynamic power couple leaders this profession has ever seen.
Yes.
In a John and Tiffany Malott being mentored by the best, mentoring some of the best. I mean, we got this thing. Right now it's just, and they're just keep throwing money. I mean, I can't believe how good this book smells. Look, this must have cost a lot to pass it. Just to give one of these guys out the leadership Bible, it must have cost an arm and a leg just to give these guys out to the 400 plus leaders that was at the peak event. I'm telling you guys, we have something so special, and right now what we have to do is we have to take advantage of it. I'll share one last thing before I pass it to you, Jermaine.
I'm not talking after you.
Les Brown was at peak at the leadership summit, and he told a story. He said that the most noble, respected, probably the most dreamed about way to die is with your entire family, your friends, your loved ones, all gathered around your bed, praying with you into the other side. And Les Brown said, but what if when you died, before you passed on to the other side, what if it was the ghosts of all your talents? What if every single talent that you had right now inside of you every single dream that your creator gave you upon birth, when you died, appeared before you at your bedside and said, why didn't you use this? Why didn't you take advantage of what you were given? You're going to let us die with you? How could you let us die with you? And when he said that, I mean, I'm saying it right now, I'm getting goosebumps right now, because guys, we have something so special. We have something so special. And so right now is the time to go out there and make it happen. S4S. And I love what Tiffany said on the vision. Now you get me fired up just talking about Tiffany's vision cast the other night. You're talking, it's not even about a 90-day, it's not even about a 90-day run. It's about a 30-day run. And then it's about a 30-day run. And then it's about a 30, no, let me show you, 30-day run. 30 days to a better you. I mean,
sorry, that's an old book you can't get, but wait until the new one comes out.
Wait until the new one comes out. All I know is 30.
I just keep good personal development around.
Somebody has to. 30 days to a better you, guys. We can knock this thing out 30 days. Matter of fact, if you just follow the S4S this 30 days, you get you 5. You follow the S4S next 30 days consistently, you get you another 5. Follow the S4S the next 30 days, at the end of the 90 days, you're going to get another 5. That's going to be 15. And if the crazies on the line right now really want to push and go hard, you guys want to go hard, have one more wow party a week and squeeze out that extra 5 that gets you that free Apple Watch. That's it, man. I'm getting fired up, bro.
No,
I'm fortunate to have the honor to even get a chance to share with this amazing group of people, this amazing team. And I love you, and we're here at Casey and Elena Call's house here in Phoenix, and we're just I'm about to wrap up, man. I got some calls to make. I got some Texas sins. Let's make it happen, bro.
Look here, guys. Look, I mean, his stack is bigger than mine, so I'm not gonna talk after him. I was supposed to, but nothing else needs to be said, I guess. John will say that I should talk, but guys, look, he already said it. You got to do it, or you can't do it. I came in here today and I saw Casey walking around the pool. Casey called. I saw him walking around the pool recruiting. He is in recruit mode. All of the leaders are leading by example. And so there was a lot of things that Josh said that I wanted to interject, but I didn't want to interrupt him because he was flowing. And so he already said it. S4S, getting it done. And as he talked about the momentum thing, look, I carry those notes all the time. And so the 7 ways to create the momentum. 1, and it's basically what he said. 1, look at your calendar, right? And so you look at your calendar. 2, you set ambitious goals. 3, you fill your pipeline up, and that's your list, guys. 4, you focus on one activity, guys. And so guys, focus on one activity. And so continue to do the same thing over and over and over again. If you share a good idea long enough, it'll fall on good ground. And so a lot of times we do one wow party and nobody shows up, and so you don't do another one. Guys, I promise you, in my first company, or well, one of the first ones, guys, look, prior to this, I did like 2 or 3 in-home parties. Nobody showed up. And as soon as I was about to stop doing it, at the next one, 12 people came. At the next one, 18 people came. What if I had stopped? And so again, to create the momentum, because I promise you, secret has a momentum. 1, you look at your calendar. 2, you set ambitious goals. 3, you fill your pipeline up. 4, you focus on one activity. 5, use a leverage tool to present daily. John has taught us texting, guys. Look, I do it, but honestly, sometimes people just hide though behind the text, and it's something you can't convey the emotion. And right now is a time coming off the excitement of peak, guys, because right now you're bulletproof. You've been around all of the believers. And so if I were you, look, also calling people, guys, look, I always say, pick it up, talk it up, hang it up. Right? And so look, pick it up, talk it up, hang it up, or pick it up, text it up, hang it up. I don't care. Whatever you got to do, but do it. But focus on it. Use a leverage tool. That's item 5. Then 6, build for each event, but build for each event like your credit card was on the door. If it's a spa party, then fine, build for it. If it's a regional, build for it. If it's a sit down, I don't care. Whatever it is, just build for it, guys. And then of course, convention. When I saw this in the back of the book for convention, It's a thermometer. Guys, I repeatedly put how many people that I want at the event. It's a thermometer to count towards your goal. And I'm telling you guys, that right there got me excited. And then the seventh one, recognize and celebrate the small wins. The small wins. Brand new person, find the small wins. I saw Tommy Tejo. Now, that was kind of, is it Tejo?
Yeah,
Tommy
Tejo. Yeah.
I saw him the day after Ignite. Or the day after peak, for him to go to Orange County and sign up 10 people with a pro pack. I mean, it you know, it kind of, yeah, it challenged me a lot.
Got you, right?
Yeah, it got me. I'm like, what? Yeah, but still, right? I talked to him today and I said, okay, all right, it's fine. Okay, fine, right? I love a challenge, so let's go for it. But still, he celebrated it by putting it on Facebook, the small wins. So you want to say something there?
No.
So with that said, guys, look, I'm just going to go through checkpoints because he said it all. But when he said momentum, I know the 7 steps to create it and keep it. We get it, but as he said, a lot of people start, stop. So again, per the company, the superstar, guys, look, it's out there. The superstar for the company to do that is amazing. But then to allow it to and their volume fell back. Well, this time, go get it and keep it. It stays, guys. So look, that right there is something to call people up and get excited about and just tell them about this, right? But then, of course, he already said Operation 90 to Ignite, but I would encourage you, set your goal. We know to set your goal, put your goal up, write it up, and read it aloud twice a day, guys. These are things about goals, guys. But then also, find out, because you're on the call, we see the numbers, the leaders are on the call, find out what your team's goals are, because you find out what your team's goals are, put their goals up above your goals. I promise you, this will do it. See, because guys, I practiced this so long. Find out what your team's goals are, and with that, you can keep them in the game. And then, of course, I already said your attendance goal. Look, now is the time, because a lot of people have trouble cross-promoting for 2 different things at the same time. What did I say?
At the same time.
Time.
You said time, yeah.
Time.
I heard you.
I got a little country. Sorry, people, you know,
Time.
my roots are in Alabama. But look here. But guys, I promise you, get registered. We want the Malots up at the top of the open line registration.
Yes.
We want Wyles up at the top of open line registration. And that's it. We don't want to wait until August to do a hard push to get registered. There is no other event from now until then. So now, registration, getting registered. Guys, you got to make a down payment to be wealthy. You got to make a down payment. It's the sacrifice. And I'm going to encourage you, whatever you got to do. And don't give me an excuse, because excuses are useless. Excuses are tools of the weak and the incompetent, built up on monuments of nothingness. So don't give me an excuse. I saw a boy selling water at the event so he could register for the convention. I know another guy that went to the blood bank and sold blood. And I don't do needles. I do tattoos, but I don't do needles. Just don't like it. Sold his blood at the blood bank to get registered for the event. So what's your excuse? So I'm going to encourage you, get registered. And for leaders, if you get registered, then you have more time to focus on your team getting there. All right, yes. Tiffany. Guys, look, we came out of peak, but still I'm a realist. Is that all right? As we close, I'm a realist, right? We were at peak, and we talked about it being a summit, and you get to the peak. But to go from peak to peak, every now and then you got to go through a valley. That's it. I'll say it again. To go from peak to peak, I won't get preachy, Tiffany, I promise you. But to go from peak to peak, you got to go through a valley. And I promise you, some of you got back home, and life hit you in the face. We know that. Right? I'm not ignorant to that fact, but I'm going to encourage you. You got to learn to discipline your disappointments and distract your distractions. You discipline your disappointments, distract your distractions. How do you do that? Activity. I'm too busy, so I can't focus on the hell that's going on. I'm too busy. I can't focus on what I don't have. Guys, I got to focus on what can bring a change. And so I'm going to encourage you to do that. You discipline your disappointments, distract your distractions. You distract your distractions with with the activity. You discipline your disappointments with the personal development. But on a 90-day run, you don't got time to be spending every day reading this whole book where you don't pick that phone up and call. You just set out that small time just to keep encouraged. But look, now isn't the time. On a 90-day run, it's not the time to be sitting there, Anthony Robbins, Les Brown, and playing everything, and whereas you don't do any activity. No, you fill your calendar up with activity, and you get your personal development in your car, in your drive time university. Is that all right? And so with that said, next 90 days, also for this team, let's tap into the collective work. Let's tap into the collective effort. We were on a call with Robert Kiyosaki, and he said that we in Western civilization in the United States,
right,
we don't ever tap into our full potential because we don't operate in the collective effort.
Wow.
And so us working together, guys, we can do anything. And so I'm going to encourage you guys, look, let's work together. If you hear Josh Wyles somewhere, look, follow your leadership. If they're going somewhere, put butts in seats, put people in front of them. If you hear Tiffany in Australia, of course, but as Tiffany said, you just don't focus on Australia, focus on the person down your street, focus on your neighbors, guys. There, look, right around you, build in your own backyard. And from there, you can expand because they know people in Australia, in Germany, and all the other places, in Japan. But guys, right now, next 90 days, all we're challenging you is to do more. Do more work, fill your calendar up, do more communication with your activity or with your leadership, because I found out that the people that are advancing are the ones that are communicating with their leaders every day.
The ones that are locked in.
Yeah, they're locked in,
yes,
right? They're connected to the community. And then also, I'm a proponent of three-way calls. No three ways, no paydays.
That's it.
Use more third party. Over the next 90 days, you got to get out of the way. And I promise you, use us, guys. Use the people that have had more success than you. Use us or more experience. Guys, do more three ways. Blow our phones up. This guy's here. And so with that all said, guys, look, I want you to have a sense of urgency. I want you to have a sense of urgency. Y'all know that's KC Call. Look, one, to get excited, and you know we're excited. But then a sense of urgency, I always say there are 4 degrees of urgency. Urgency says it in this way. There's 4 levels of urgency. One, the first level is saying, hey, look over there. There's a car on fire. That's 1 degree of urgency, right? If you're driving, you'll see a car on fire. Say, hey, there's a car on fire. Hey, look over there. It's a car on fire. Look like there's people in it. That's a different degree of urgency. Right? That's the second level. Hey, look over there. There's a car on fire. Look like it's people in it. Look like the people are children. Now,
wow,
you may pull over. You may see if there's some help. Listen for the sirens. 4th level. Hey, look over there. It's a car on fire. Look like it's people in it. Look like the people are children. Look like it's your children.
Wow.
There's nothing in hell that'll stop you from throwing your body through that car, risking whatever injury. You don't care, because you're going to do whatever it is to get your child out of that car. Guys, look, God bless you though with an opportunity to leave a legacy. Instead of leaving debt, you can change your family tree. And if not now, then when? If not you, then who? Guys, a woman picked up a car off her son, and the reporters came to her and asked her, how did you do it? How did you pick that car up off your son? She said, well, look, I didn't have time to think of why I couldn't do it. That's how it got done. So you know what? I'm done, because I don't want you to have any other time to think of why you can't get off this call. Go get it done. Y'all be blessed.
Wow.